Hello, this is Ian from Ian's Bricks, and today I'm going to be doing a review of this Harry Potter Lego set. This is 75980, Attack on the Burrow. Really looking forward to building this set. I ordered it over a week ago and it's just come today. It has 1047 pieces, and in the UK it retails at £89.99. There has been another Lego set released years ago on the same style, but I have to say, from seeing pictures of that and what this looks like, this is by far a superior build. If I show you the back of the box, let's get in some detail on how this sort of looks. You can see there's a sort of fully detailed back section as well, and lots going on. I think we have, how many minifigures do we got? They're all at the bottom here. 2, 4, 6, 8 minifigures altogether. Really nice set, ages 9 plus. So let's get this open. I think we'll start from this side here. Got my trusty knife. Finally we have a Lego Harry Potter set which has got tabs on it rather than those horrible thumbnail bits, which I hate. Right. There we go. Is that everything? It certainly is. So, what do we have? Numbered bags. Let's get these in some kind of order. That's interesting. Okay, so we have 7 numbered bags. Interestingly, as you can see, this is the first numbered bag here, which has various parts in there, but interestingly, the 7th numbered bag has got a different style of numbering on it. Not seen that before, a little bit weird, but there you go. Let's order this out a little bit and so we get a better shot for you. Okay, so here are all the numbered bags here. 1 through to 3 on the top. 6, 5, 4, and weirdly number 7. There's also a little extra bag as well of some plates. And we have the instruction booklet here. Nice thick booklet, nice and big. Lots and lots of stickers. 2 sticker sheets by the look of this. Let's get these out and have a look at these. So here are the sticker sheets, 2 in total. There are 20 different numbered stickers. Let's just zoom in a little bit on these just to give you an idea of what they look like. Lots of stickers on this. I have to say I'm not a fan of stickers, but there's obviously a reason for these, so I'm sure they make the set look good. And we've got the clear ones over here. So yeah, lots of stickers. And here we have the booklet. It's quite thick. Let's see how many pages we have. 180 pages. So this shows you, let's show you the actual stages here. Bag 1 is generally the base, the ground floor, and then we sort of build up. Bag 4, 5, 6 there, 7. So fairly standard instructions there. Let's just go to the back and see what we're advertising. Interesting that it's advertising all of the other Harry Potter sets that have just been released. I think they're all there. And then you've got the parts. Lots of parts here. Have over 1,000. Real good variety of colours and different styles of things. So let's get this thing built then. So here we have the completed set, and as I think you'll agree, it's quite a nice looking set. Very quirky, very fun. I'll just do a little bit pan closer to the minifigures and just have a look at the whole building. It was a real good build. Really enjoyed building it. A lot of stickers, that was a little bit annoying in places. I'll get to all that in a bit. But let's have a closer look at these minifigures first. So here we have the first two characters. On the left is Ron Weasley and on the right is Ginny. Both have printing on their tops. Obviously with the ginger hair as well. And secondly, that is Molly Weasley and Arthur Weasley. Again, with torso printing, and Molly has the sort of skirt feature. And the next two we have Nymphadora Tonks and obviously Harry Potter. Fairly standard for Harry Potter. Quite a nice torso print on the left. And then we have the baddies of the set. We have Bellatrix Lestrange and Greyback on the right. We have some printing on the legs there, and again we have a skirt for Bellatrix. And I'll just show you what the back prints and back faces look like, alternate faces. So here are the alternate faces for the figures. All of them have alternate faces in this set, which is quite nice. A little bit of back printing on both of these two characters here. And we also have some back printing on these ones here, and again some alternate faces there. And we also have a look at Harry and Nymphadora. Again, some quite nice back printing on both of those. Very stern faces. And then for the two baddies, we have a very, very angry looking Bellatrix. And again, it's quite nice back printing on this one. So we've got the hood going all the way down and just a little bit of back printing there. So yeah, all in all, some really nice figures, printing both sides of the torsos, and they've all got alternate facial expressions as well. So here we have the Burrows. This is the main build of the set. It is, I suppose, 4 stories high, quite a decent build. What I'll do is just give you a sort of a quick overview of what the whole set looks like from the outside. Just do a quick spin. It obviously looks sort of best from the front and the left hand side. The right hand side doesn't look that good particularly, and then we have obviously the internal and the back view as well there. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit to show you a little bit more detail of each section. So we'll start on this side first of all. So on the outside we have which is the main front door. One thing I liked about this little part of the build was these little bits here which create the roof, which is quite a nice little build. There's a little window in the back there, but that is actually a little bit of dead space. There's kind of nothing going on in that. I'll sort of show you a little bit later as we go round. There were a lot of stickers in this part of the build. There's window stickers on each of the windows, and obviously these wooden sort of effect sort of Z shapes here, and as you can see both sides of the windows do look really good, but they were a real pain to put on, the stickers, but it does sort of add to the actual overall look of the set. I like the way that the roof tiles are all different colours, although we do sort of get the same red on the corners all the way down and on the top of the roof there. Moving up, we have a window here, sort of a double window. There's a few of those in the sets, and again the sort of the panelling sort of gives the effect of a different sort of style of, I'm assuming wood or whatever. Further up we have some more wood effect, but slightly different, darker. These are actually printed tiles. There are a few printed tiles in the set, but not a great deal. And then on the top there's just sort of a roof and the chimney on the top there. If I turn round to the front view, or this, whatever you call this part of the building, so you can see we've got a little annex here, quite a nice sort of curve over there, which works quite well over the building. Again, another one of these double windows that sticks out here and here. We obviously have the slant of the building, which I'll get into a bit more detail later on. More brick effect on this particular level here, and then really nice roofing piece here. Never quite know, there's a couple of missing pieces there which they didn't fill in. It sort of looks okay but not great, but in the front we have again another double window. That was pretty good. More stickers, window stickers, the Z's on the front there, and we have a little pen here for the piggy, which that does open as well. That's quite effective, that looks quite good. One thing that is quite nice is this section of the building does open up. So if I can show you how that works, and that's just held in place. There's just a little stud, 1x1 stud with a protruding piece there, and that sticks in to this little piece here. That's a sort of a headlamp piece there, the wrong way round. Get into a little bit of detail on the insides. So there's the fireplace here, some logs on the left. We've got a bit of a bookshelf built here, and we've got the letter just showing here. Now we do have a play feature which is for the fire. Now on the right hand side here, there is a little part which you can turn, and if you turn that, it does mean that the fireplace goes from orange to green, and it can go back again there. The only slight issue with that is you do end up with a big grey pole sticking through the building, but I think it's quite a nice little feature. And if we look on the other side, we just have some furniture. We have the big orange sofa. It looks a bit like the Friends sofa actually, from the Friends set. So this is the right hand side of the building, and here is this little piece here that can be turned and turns the fireplace. Fairly nondescript on the right hand side, not a lot going off. This is obviously where the building is slightly slanted. That's how they do that, just fairly simple build there. A bit more of the roof, and then we have the top section as well. And if I just turn that around to show this other side here, we have a little area here where there's a couple of owls that can fit, and we have one of the broomsticks here on the roof as well, for whenever Ron decides he wants to have a bit of a fly out. We have some bedrooms. We have 3 bedrooms in total, which are all quite nicely done. Again, stickers, so I'm assuming this is Ron's bedroom. We've got some stickers on the bed there, and another sticker on the back window there. The beds are quite nice builds. On the next floor down, we have the parents' bedroom. Nice big bed, nice quilt on there. I like that build with the bed frames as well. That's very, very clever how they did that. And we have a little chair. A couple more stickers. One at the back, there's obviously a family photo there when they went to Egypt, and there's a little banner there, a Weasley banner. I think she's it's probably knitting actually. That's what that's supposed to be. I just figured out. So we have 2 wands, that's it, which make up the knitting needles. And then she's knitting a Weasley jumper, and that's supposed to be the wool in the basket there. I just realised what that was. Okay, and the next floor down we have what I'm assuming is Ginny's room. Very small in there. Again, we have another broomstick. A little mirror, vanity area, and the bed as well, which has also got a sticker on. This space here, as I mentioned earlier, this is sort of a dead space. There's nothing in there, you can't get into it. There is a little bit of space in there, but it's just all enclosed off, you can't get in. And then the main section here, which looks pretty good, is the kitchen area. We have the sink over here, teapot, a couple of little jars of things, whatever. Fantastic kitchen table, really like this. There's 5 different coloured chairs in this set, which is very unusual. We have some pancakes or tarts or whatever on the table. We have some eggs, they're all printed pieces, some orange juice at the back in a jug, coffee cups, and a couple of plants there as well. And what does happen is this can move also. It can move out, so you can get access to this section, which, as you can see, has got the clock, Again, this is fairly sticker heavy. You have a sticker here. I initially put that on upside down and had to redo it, which is a bit of a pain. A sticker behind this glass here and a sticker on the front. We've got a nice little chair build, and then there's the other side of the bookcase which we saw earlier, and a couple of plants there. And that looks pretty good. Okay, with the slanted part of the building, this is fairly firm and fixed. It won't actually move. The only thing I don't really like is you do get a little bit of a gap underneath. I'm not sure how else they could have done this without it looking a bit obvious. But what you can do is you can fairly easily lift off the whole of the upper section of the building and play with that flat so it's not on an angle with the bedrooms there. I've gone through there, and if you can just sort of see, just literally this whole area here is just tilted on what it's not going to come off easily. Is tilted. It's fairly sturdy on there, and if I just show you this sort of little void here, there's nothing really in there. It's just sort of a little space. I'm assuming it's supposed to be the chimney from the fire. I suppose that's what they envisage it being. But yeah, that comes up quite nicely, and it means that you can actually sort of play with the bits side by side if you wanted to do that. And what I've done here is I've just opened up the two side areas here. So we have the kitchen, which creates quite a nice sort of space here, and gives sort of the effect of a slightly larger space than having the kitchen closed in. And then we have the sort of the living area here, which has a similar sort of effect. So it just sort of bulks up and broadens out the whole look of the set, which I think is pretty good. And one final thing to the build, there was a little flame piece here, so you can recreate the house being on fire. Obviously there was a lot more fire in the film, but used a little bit of a build here. I do like these flame pieces. I've not seen these before. I don't buy too many sets, but they're quite interesting, and they're just broken one, and they just sort of fit on this little 12 by 2 plate here. I just wanted to compare this to see what they look like, but the orange sofa in the Harry Potter set looks very similar-ish build to the Friends set. This is the little bit that comes out of the Friends set. This is the orange sofa. Let me just get rid of the figures and show you the actual sofas side by side. As you can see, the Friends sofa on the right is actually much bigger than the Harry Potter sofa on the left. This is only got seating for, well, it's only 4 wide. This one is 8 wide, so it's kind of twice the length, and it does sort of somewhat make this one look really small. But they kind of use very similar-ish techniques. We've obviously got a lot of these arched pieces here for the back and the sides of both of the sofas. You do have this extra cushion here on the Harry Potter. That's just done by a stud knot on top, sort of sticking out there with another tile on the back there, which are slightly different colours. Anyway, but yeah, I think they look great little sofa builds. I do like my sofa builds. The Friends one is obviously a little bit better, slightly more shaped as well to match the TV series. And here's a side-by-side comparison of the Burrows and the Privet Drive set, which I also built recently. Obviously you can see that the Burrows is significantly higher, being 2 more stories. They obviously don't fit together, but I just thought I'd show that to give you an idea of how they sort of look together. Again, I still do love Privet Drive for how that looks, but I think probably the Burrows probably wins just because it's a lot more quirky, a lot more interesting, and a bigger set as well. So here we have the completed set, the box, the whole build, and all of the figures together. I personally think this is a really good set. At $89.99 in the UK, it's fairly pricey. You can understand why it's expensive. We get 8 minifigures. There's over 1,000 pieces. In the UK, that works out at around about 8.5 pence per piece. But even though, as with most sets, there are lots of small pieces, there are actually quite a lot of bigger pieces, roof pieces, panel pieces, brick pieces, things like that. So it's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. It's fairly good value of money. Possibly over in time you may be able to get it a little bit cheaper on, say, somewhere like Amazon. But but I think altogether this is a really good set. When I first saw this as a new sort of set, I thought, right, I shall I want to get this. It's a really good build. I think it looks great as well, and I think it fits in with all the other Harry Potter sets as well. So this is a great set. I think if you're into your Lego or Harry Potter, I'm not particularly into Harry Potter particularly, but I think this is a great set. I hope you enjoyed my review. Please like and subscribe, and thank you very, very much for watching. I really do appreciate it.